A pipeline contractor in Dubai won a 45 million dirham project. The team celebrated for a week. 6 months later, they found one clause hidden deep inside the contract. That single clause cost them 5.2 million dirhams. And here is the worst part. The work was done, the costs were real, the claim was legitimate, but the contract said no, this happens every single month across the UAE. In this video, I am going to show you exactly how this happens. I will walk you through the real story, the real numbers, and I will give you a simple checklist to protect yourself before you sign your next contract. Before I move forward, I'd like to request you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more inside videos like this one. Alright, when a contractor wins a project, what do they focus on? The contract value, the award letter, the mobilization plan. 45 million dirhams sounds exciting. Nobody gets excited about reading 200 pages of legal conditions. In my experience working with contractors across the UAE, I estimate that 7 out of 10 contractors sign FIDIC contracts without fully reading the particular conditions. Some delegate it to a junior quantity surveyor. Some rely on the estimator. Some assume the standard FIDIC terms will protect them. And I understand why. In the UAE, there is enormous pressure to sign fast. The client wants you on site next week. Your team is ready to go. Your equipment is booked. Slowing down to read a contract feels like slowing down the business. But here is what I have learned after years of advising contractors. The 60 minutes you skip reading the contract can cost you 30% of your margin. Let me explain how FIDIC contracts work. Every FIDIC contract has two main parts. The general conditions. These are the standard rules that protect both the client and the contractor. And the particular conditions. These are written by the client or their consultant. The particular conditions can change, limit, or completely remove the protections in the general conditions. And here is the problem. The general conditions are well known, most contractors understand them. But the particular conditions, they are different on every project. They are often 50 to 100 pages long. And the most dangerous clauses are buried deep inside them. If you do not read them carefully, you will not know what rights you have lost. Let me tell you the full story. A pipeline contractor in Dubai won an infrastructure project. 45 million dirhams. Good client, clear scope, experienced team. They signed the contract within 2 weeks of the award letter. The contract was based on the FIDIC Red Book, 1999 edition. The general conditions were standard, no surprises there. But the particular conditions ran to 78 pages. The commercial team reviewed the BOQ, the drawings, and the specifications. Nobody sat down and read those 78 pages line by line. 3 months into the project, the team hit unforeseen underground utilities, existing DEWA cables, Etisalat ducts, old sewerage lines, not shown on any drawing. The original alignment could not work. The team had to reroute, excavate deeper, and bring in additional materials. Over the next 3 months, the additional costs piled up. Extra excavation, new pipe materials, additional labor and equipment, standby cost for crews waiting on redesigns. The total additional cost reached 5.2 million dirhams. The contractor did the right thing. They prepared a detailed claim with full cost breakdowns, labor records, equipment logs, material invoices, progress photos. They submitted the claim to the engineer within the notice period. Everything was done correctly. The engineer reviewed the claim and rejected it. Not because the work was not done, not because the costs were wrong, not because the notice was late. The claim was rejected because of 6 words on page 47 of the particular conditions. No claim for additional cost. 6 words. The particular conditions had overridden a FIDIC general condition clause, which normally gives contractors the right to claim for unforeseen physical conditions. The client's amendment removed that right completely. 5.2 million dirhams gone legally, contractually, permanently because nobody read page 47. But the story does not end at 5.2 million. When a major claim gets rejected on a UAE project, a chain reaction starts. First, the cash flow gap. The contractor had already spent the money. 5.2 million out the door with no recovery. Second, the bank started asking questions. The overdraft was stretched. Covenants were under pressure. Third, subcontractors were not paid on time. Crews were reduced. Progress slowed. Let me show you the real numbers. The original project margin was 8%, around 3.6 million. The rejected claim wiped out 5.2 million. Then financing costs added another 1.1 million. Then came subcontractor delay claims, 680,000. A project that should have made it 3.6 million ended up losing over 3 million. And here is what makes this truly painful. 60 minutes reading the particular conditions before signing, or 18 months fighting a rejected claim, dealing with lawyers and managing cash flow pressure. Those 60 minutes are the most valuable time in your entire project. And this is not one contractor's problem. I have seen this pattern across dozens of projects in UAE. Contractors completing work, submitting claims, getting rejected because the particular conditions removed their rights. Across the UAE, I believe contractors leave hundreds of millions of dirhams on the table every year because of clauses they never read. I always tell my clients the same thing. The most expensive document in construction is the one you signed but did not read. So what can you do to protect yourself? Before you sign any contract in the UAE, there are 5 clause areas you must check in the particular conditions. Let me walk you through each one. Number 1. Variations. Can you claim for changes in scope? Has the engineer's power to instruct variations been limited? Is there a cap? If your right to claim variations has been restricted, you carry the full cost of every change on site. Number 2. Extension of time. Can you claim time for delays caused by the client, by authorities' approvals? If your extension of time rights have been removed, you face liquidated damages for delays that are not even your fault. Number 3. Additional cost claims. This is the one that destroyed the pipeline contractor. Check if the particular conditions include the phrase "no claim for additional cost." If those 6 words are anywhere in the contract, you cannot recover cost for unforeseen ground conditions, disruption, or prolongation. Number 4. Delayed damages. What is the daily rate? On some UAE government projects, I have seen rates of 100,000 dirhams per day or more. Is there a cap? If there is no cap, your exposure is unlimited. Do the maths. If the number exceeds your profit, that is a red flag. Number 5. Payment terms. How many days from your payment application to actual cash in your account? In the UAE, some contracts take 90 to 120 days. At bank financing rates of 10 to 12%, every 30-day delay costs you real money. If payment terms are longer than 60 days, price the financing cost into your bid. 5 clauses. That is all. Variations, extension of time, additional cost claims, delay damages, payment terms. If you check these 5 areas in the particular conditions before signing, you will know exactly where your money is at risk. This takes 60 minutes, not 60 days. Remember, contract review is not administration. It is profit protection. The pipeline contractor in Dubai lost 5.2 million dirhams because of one clause on one page. That money paid for real work, real materials, real labor, but the contract said no recovery. And the contract was signed. Now imagine a different contractor on the same project, same contract, same particular conditions. But this contractor read them before signing. They flagged the no additional cost clause. They negotiated it. They kept their right to claim. When the same ground conditions happened, they recovered their costs. They protected their margin. Before you sign your next contract, ask yourself one simple question. Do I really understand where I may lose money? If the answer is not a confident yes, stop. Read the particular conditions. Check those 5 clauses. Get them reviewed. 60 minutes today can save you millions tomorrow. If you found this useful, subscribe to this channel. I share practical construction finance lessons. And if you want the free UAE contractors contract risk checklist, just comment the word contract below this video. I am Binod Chapagai. I help contractors protect their profit. See you in the next video.